Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Darla Lucian of Darla Lucian Studios, and today we are working on an ATC, and it is time to revisit our February goals and figure out what we're going to do for March. Goal 1, finish the book for March. Alright, so I am going to just set this one over to the side, and we are just going to dive in pretty quick here. But first I wanted to say thank you so much to the people who subscribed last week and commented. Lorraine Regier, thank you so much for your lovely comments. Diane Goodsby, thank you so much for your comments. And Darlene Haverstock, thank you so much for subscribing. All of it really helps me to keep going, keeps me energized to just know that you guys are out there watching, that you're commenting, that you're liking what you're seeing. Let me know what's going on with you. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't yet. Why not? By the way, this month I think we might get to 100 subscribers. If we do, we're going to be doing our 100 subby giveaway, and I will have a video upcoming of what the giveaway will be. Comment. So like I said, I love the comments. I love hearing what's going on in your life. Definitely share with other crafty people. Let's keep the inspiration rolling. Okay, so first things first, February. My February book has seen some good service already. Coffee. I hope you grabbed something nice and wonderful to drink. Nothing like sitting down and watching a video with a mug of something special. Okay, so you guys are my accountability, and I have to admit, February was a bit tough for me. I don't know if it was just because we had a little bit of sickness in our house that just kind of threw everything off, or whatever, or maybe I just bit off more than I could chew. Honestly, that could be part of it too. But, so if you look, I did nothing with the Facebook page. Nothing. I created it in January. I literally just created the bare bones, you know, like what you have to do it to put in to actually get a page posted, and I've done nothing else. There's no pictures, there's nothing. So I mean, that I have to revisit if that's even a high priority. Facebook, I didn't do too bad at the beginning, but last week was rough. Etsy, oh, I've posted twice in Etsy, but I wasn't doing this as consistently as I would like to. YouTube also, I did a bit, but I fell down a couple days in YouTube as well. And with Buy Me a Coffee, I think I was just really optimistic with how much I could get done. I didn't set up subscription levels. I didn't do the videos or the articles that I wanted to do. So I'm revisiting how much of a stretch that goal was. Create an Amazon affiliate account. I haven't even looked at it yet, so I decided I need to break this one down into smaller steps and then just reward myself for getting each little step done. Organize my studio. I actually did manage to do this barely, so that was really great. Just organizing a few minutes every week, 30 minutes, has really helped me stay on top of like the chaos that can happen in the studio when I'm switching from one project to the next, because if I don't get everything put away right away, then it just kind of piles up, and it's like, oh, I need to get onto this new project, I need to get onto this new project, and then all of a sudden I can't find anything because everything's stacked on top of each other. Try 4 new things. So this has been working really well with the Monday ATCs, because it's a small little area. Artist trading card. It's a small canvas, and it's a great place to try out things and just see if it works. If it doesn't work, and you guys know we've had some that were, you know, touch and go, but one of my favorite memes I came across this month was, there are no mistakes in crafting, only opportunities to get more creative. Yes. So we'll definitely try that. Playtime was an awesome thing. I love that I opened it up to collage, mixed media, draw, and paint. So like any one of those will get my mojo going for the day, and I think that is huge. And participate in 2 swap groups. Did not do that. I'm in one. I'm working hard in the one. I didn't have time to even look for another one. So that is me being completely honest. So, March. By the way, don't you love this paper? I got this kit. Oh, I love it. So I used the coffee dye sheet as my first sheet in here to put my March goals in. All right, so March goals. So yes to YouTube, 5 days a week, plus bonus videos. I'm expecting that we'll do a bonus video a week, basically. I don't know if, like, that's not a guarantee, but I just wanted to put it there to have space for it. And I'm assuming that the one at the last part week is going to be the goals video, which is, because it doesn't fall on a Monday, that'll be an extra video. All right. Facebook. So I'm upping the ante on Facebook. So I'm saying 5 days a week, which is where I'm going to post my YouTube links, plus the weekend. So that's what those two stacked are. And I was thinking I would do kind of a peek, like photos from me working in my studio, what I'm up to on the weekends, and just post a quick little thing and do the same thing. So Facebook and Buy Me a Coffee are going to be identical for that. And then I'm thinking once a week to get a video up for Buy Me a Coffee, specifically Buy Me a Coffee. Speaking of coffee, have you been over to my Buy Me a Coffee yet? It's Darla Lucian Studios. I'm branding everything the same because it's just easier for me to say. You know, go to Etsy, Darla Lucian Studios. Go to YouTube, Darla Lucian Studios. Go to Buy Me a Coffee, Darla Lucian Studios. All right. So then Etsy, I am still wanting to update at least once a week. And I don't know, like, it seems like Mondays are a really good day for the admin stuff. So I'm going to keep doing that. All right. So that's kind of my social media section. You see, I've divided this out. Then my growth section for personal kind of artistic growth is to organize my studio still. And of course it's 5 weeks because of course I have been doing it on Sundays. Try 5 new things. So that's my Mondays with the ATC, which we're going to get to in just a sec. And then playtime is again the collage, mixed media, paint, draw, whatever. Play in my studio. Get in there and have fun. You know what I'm saying? All right. Participate in 2 swap groups. I'm still putting this here because I do want to do this. I don't know if it's a huge priority, but I think that it would help me not only to grow as a professional, like in my creative work, but also just reaching out to new people could grow my business as well, which is awesome. And then learn how to edit videos. I mean, this I need to do in order to hit this video Buy Me a Coffee goal, because I want to do edited videos for there. That's a really high priority to have that as the business model for me there. Then the other thing I wanted to do is create a digital kit. That, of course, is going to go in my Etsy shop, but I also want to be able to use it. And I find that when I am making books and journals and stuff, if I don't find an image that I need in the stuff that I'm collaging with, or like the scrapbook paper or whatever, I create one and then I think I should just put some kits together of the things that I've made. So I'm not sure exactly how to do this yet. So that is I'm putting it here as a goal, because there's steps to figuring out exactly how to do that, how to set it up on Etsy. I'm sure it's simple. It's just one more thing to learn. Research becoming an Amazon affiliate. So that was me taking this one and saying, that's too big of a step. Creating the account, I don't even know if I want to create the account there. I'm assuming I do, but maybe that's a silly assumption. Let's research it first. So that's it. Then I put Facebook page and website, because these things were kind of floating around different places, and I am not there yet. So I just put them in pencil with a question mark, and I don't think I'm going to do anything with those when I look at how ambitious the rest of this is, because if any one thing goes wrong or messes with my schedule, I don't want to say wrong necessarily, but then it throws me all for a loop. All right, so I'm going to just put these away for now. Okay, so ATC. All right, I'm so excited to get started. Coffee though. Coffee first. It's still so hot. Okay, so here is what I want to do. I want to try painting and then stamping on top of the paint. And we'll see how that works. I'm not at all sure that it will work great, but we'll find out. Anyway, so first things first, we need to rough up our card. These ones are kind of a plastic coating on them, and they do well with getting a little bit of roughing up first before we go ahead and paint. And I'm going to do it 2 directions because this kind of has a weave on it, so I really want to make sure dust off. Alright, so then I'm going to try the back side too, because of course if we want to do anything on the back, it's kind of harder to sand it when it's all got any type of layers on the other side. It doesn't sand very evenly then. I guess this was from a bicycle set. Okay. Sandpaper away. You'll be able to hear me better now. Alright. So then I'm going to start with, where's my water? Water, white paint. So I'm just going to start with putting on some white paint. This is, actually, you know what? I'm going to put down plastic first. Because you know I'm going to want it eventually anyway. So I might as well just put it down to begin with, right? Okay. There we go. This could use a wash, huh? Alright, so I'm just going to use a little bit of water, but I want it mostly quite thick. Oh yeah, that's not as thick as I wanted. Do you get the idea? So we're going for full coverage on this one, because I want to kind of create a little scene, was my thoughts. Alright, and then, so we'll let this one dry. And look at this, through the miracle of time-lapse, just kidding, I have a dry one. Alright, so that one can dry up there. So then, we need paints. So I have some paints here. These I got from Dollarama, looks like. Artist Series. Acrylic Paints. 10 professional quality acrylic paints. They're not bad. I don't know if I would call them acrylic or professional quality, but they are not bad. And so I've already gotten into some of them. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna top up my paints here because I used them a little bit the other day. So of course, we always can use white. Am I right? Always with the white. I'm going to go through the white very fast, but that's just the way life goes. I don't know if those ones are going to work at all. I'll try using some of them, but... So then this is the vermilion. I want to try making a few different shades with that. Then we've got ultramarine blue. I'm going to put it over here. So I want to make a mix of these two, the vermilion and ultramarine blue, and make a purple, and then I'll add some white in. And I want to do kind of some greens too, so I'm going to just, so I'm going to start with some yellow, and then this is lemon yellow. Then we have Viridian green, which I haven't used yet. So I found with these ones that using the lid to poke them, that's what you're supposed to do, is puncture it this way, does not work because they're a Dollarama, I guess. So I just use my pokey tool. That works way better. And once the hole is in, you can widen the hole with this a little, but even that's tricky. All right, so then I'm going to put I'm going to put a couple of greens over here. So Viridian green, and then this is sap green. This is a bit lighter shade of green, but I like the idea of having like a couple of different greens to blend. So we're going to have lots of paint to play with. Obviously, I'm putting a lot of paint down here for a very tiny surface like that. I mean, don't really need that much paint, but hey, it's here. Might as well have a selection. Oops. I just cut the bottom of my tube. This is cerulean blue, which is a nice blue, very similar to our sky color here in Alberta. On good days anyway. And what else do we need? A little burnt sienna maybe? So this is burnt sienna, is kind of a reddish brown. I don't know how much of that I'll need, but I was thinking I might need, oh crap, I might need to tone down the green or blend with the green to make an earthy kind of thing, and I thought, okay, that's what we'll need there for that, rather than mixing and getting kind of a muddy color. I'm going to grab some orange, and I'm not going to bother about black. So I guess I'm getting everything except black here. Ugh. So this orange I haven't used yet either. But here we go. I'm going to put it in here with the burnt sienna from last time. Alright. So I'm already getting all kinds of painty. But that's fine. Now, mixing colors is a huge talent that takes years and years of practice, or some people are just naturally good at it maybe. I don't mind playing around. I think it's kind of fun, but if we don't get exactly the right shade, I'm not gonna, you know, panic. Coffee, so good. Okay, so I'm just using a very small paintbrush because small size. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a kind of a purpley color for like a sunrise kind of a situation. So I'm mixing those two together, and this is creating a very odd color, but let's just grab some of the white here, and let's see if I can get what I'm looking for. So far just 3 colors in here, and I'm getting close. Perfect. I want a kind of a pinky sky. Alright, so let's see what we can do with that. So I'm just going to put some stripes across. That's all I'm doing. So this one has the white acrylic paint down. I didn't use gesso. Maybe I should have used gesso instead because the white is definitely going to blend in with my colors here. But I'm going across because, generally speaking, when you look at a sky, you have kind of stripes of color that go across, kind of like clouds are in stripes, right? I mean, sometimes they're fluffy, I guess, but anyway. So I'm just kind of not worrying about the color being blended. I like that it's different shades, and some places are different than others. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to make a darker blue with the cerulean blue to go kind of at the edge here. This is the night disappearing at the top. Of course, there are places where it just shows up, right? In between the clouds. So we're just going to do that. There's going to be some layers of clouds happening here. All right. See how they're starting to look like clouds a little bit? Humor me. They sort of look like clouds. Do you see that? All right. Okay, it doesn't look like a lot yet, but just wait. Okay. Now let's try a little orange in there, because you know how the sun hits clouds and you get all these kind of bright colors. So I want to do that. I want to have some brighter colors here at the bottom. This is a lot chunkier than the other ones. It needs a lot more blending. Some more water for you. Yeah, this one's very chunky. Not very professional grade. And this one's a bit watery, that one's a bit too chunky. But, you know, for $2 from Dollarama, it is not bad. Okay, now here we go with the sun. We're just going to have a glint of the sun at the horizon. I'm centering it here. Look at that. See? I've already improved a lot over my last one, I think. And it's okay if the sun has a bit of orange in, because sometimes it does when you look at it. All right. So now we need to create our earthy color here. So I'm trying to make like a deeper green. Oh, that ended up being very blue. All right, let's bring in some of that brown that I was talking about. Also a bit chunky, hey? Does not want to mix. Well, let's see what happens. I guess it's more of an ocean scene than I was expecting. Well, this one might, let's just go with it then. It's going to be an ocean scene. So I will have to do a different thing on this stamped image than I'm going to do on the other one, which is terra firma. So here we go. I do like the shades of color in my ocean, though. It's turning out quite nice. And just moving the brush strokes as waves. All right. Well, I love how that turned out. That's looking great. Oh, I touched it up there. Let's just retouch that part. Shoot. Okay, what do we need? We need this color here, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to set this one aside to dry as well. So my drying table behind me there. All right, so this can be put away as well. Okay. And, oh, yeah, it helps if I put it on a flat surface. Okay, so let's just pull this out of here. More coffee. So guess what? Magic. Here's another one. So this one I did earlier. I'm not as happy with how the background turned out, but it's not horrible. I mean, it's pretty good actually, but it's curled quite a bit. So I'm definitely going to want to do something about that. Probably off camera. I will try some things. But so this is kind of like this, the glimmer of the sun. I decided to use just kind of a strip of yellow, and I like the sun peeking up better. I like how the other one turned out today. Much, much better. But, so then here's the thing. So now I pull out my swatches to the stamps section. So I have this book so I don't have to pull apart my whole studio to find what I want. I go through here, get some ideas. These are some of the stamps. I have every stamp set that I own is stamped in here. Every scissors, every die cut, it's all in here so that all I need to do is just grab this and then we are good to go. It's not as much work to make decisions, and so I decided, I know you can't hardly see this one because it's stamped really faded, but this is the one I decided I think would be best to try with this scene. So let's just see what could happen. So my thought was that we would use, I was thinking black, but now that I see a ground espresso here, it's it was Coffee Bean by Paper Salon, and then I added re-inker Distressed Ink Ground Espresso with Tim Holtz. So now it's a little bit richer of a brown than it was. It's very similar though, which is why I got that one. Alright, so I'm going to get this. Here, let's see. How are we doing? It's hard to tell if there's anything on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's going to be really faint with the brown. Let's try black after all. Let's see. Juicy Black. That's always a good name. I don't know what one this was. The label has come off. Oh, I should mention that every stamp pad I have, every color is stamped in the swatches one too. So I really wanted to be able to have one place to go for all the creative stuff. And with the, yeah, with the swatches and everything in one place, it makes it so much easier. Okay, so I am going to press down hard and just hold it. We're going to see what happens with this. We really, really want the ink to go on here. Potentially something else you could do is you could use a Sharpie and draw a silhouette. If you Google silhouette, you can get billions of images, and I'm not even kidding, because I've looked. And this particular Sharpie is a twin tip, which means it's got the regular tip on this side, but this side is a fine tip. What do we think? Yeah, I like that. So this one is a fine tip. This particular one is totally dead, but I've had this one forever. And I do like the fine tip on it, but it doesn't work anymore. But you could draw a silhouette on there or write words. Permanent markers do lots of fun things. All right. So then I was thinking I could add, well, these are too big for our tiny little space, aren't they? So, but a word could work. Get my little box out of my words. Forward. Some of these are quite big. So obviously those ones are not going to do the thing, so slide those out of the way. I've got tons of little tiny words in here. Possibly thankful. Or sky. Or beauty. Or combination. Free. I'm just looking for words that speak to me from the ones that I snipped out of the books that I have been chopping up. Daisies. Not really daisies, but could be a thing. This part, just thinking about what I want to say. I could stamp a word, but I do have stamps, but they're pretty small. New life. Gazed. Belong. Reach. Some of these are starting to tick into my head to listen. Over the plains. Faint sunlight. Faint sunlight is perfect for that one. Okay, I have something kind of forming in my head, so we're gonna, oh yeah, I guess, you know what, I'm just gonna leave those there for now. Okay, clean that later. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can use this on here. I don't know if I will be able to. But it also is a dual tip with a fine point And this one has a brush tip, which is fun. That whole set's like that. Okay. So all the words are rumbling in my head together. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing some of the words down that are coming in my head. So, a new day dawns. The promise of a new day dawns. With faint sunlight. Faint sunlight. I was going to say sunshine. Sunlight is a promise of a new day. Let's try that. So I'm going to cut this tighter. Now, I'm not going to bother trying to glue this with glue stick because that just is not going to come together at all. Oh, I'm twisting around to reach my garbage with the wrong hand. Glue goobers on my tip of my tacky glue here. Tacky glue is the bomb. So this is a painted surface, a shiny surface. All good reasons to use tacky glue here instead of glue stick. Okay. Now remember that tacky glue allows you to shift things a little bit, so but we do definitely want it to stay right to the edges. Oh, it's working. Oh, but this smeared a little. I gotta be careful not to touch that. That needs to set a bit. Okay. Is the promise of a new day. Lovely. See how that turns out? Really, really fun. So this is like kind of like doing word poetry. I don't know if you've ever done those kinds of things where you take like a book page and you find it's not as easy as it looks. I don't know. I always find that like I get less satisfying because I don't have the selection of the words that I want. But if you cut the words out, you can make it work. Anyway, I love how this turned out. And you guys know what my goals are for the month of March. So I think we're going to call this a video. Thank you guys so much for coming along. And we will just catch you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.